What is up, everyone? I have come back from the dead, I guess. I mean, it's been a crazy, crazy month, but I'm glad. I get to do more matchup analyses. I have like so many on backlog right now. I think I have probably like 4 or 5, or some crazy number, but I'll get through them. I'll get through them soon. Now that things have sort of like died down, um, I'm gonna be doing this one on. Oh, let me go back. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing this one on Bro Calbunch's Tealz, the Meta Knight player, and he's gonna be playing against Steez, who's playing Ness right now. So one thing I want to notice, just right off the bat, like you can see right here, right? He kind of goes for this, and if you don't know how Meta Knight works, this is kind of like weird looking to you, but it's sort of like a Falco illusion on Pokemon Stadium in Melee, where he's trying to edge cancel it over here, right? So I think that this decision, right? Even though it's technically safe, right? If you get it, he doesn't get the edge cancel. He's really close. You can see right there, but it's sort of indicative of how his play style is, and you'll see this throughout the match, where you think of Meta Knight and you think of a character that has disjoints, right? And you're like, okay, well, what are you going to be doing with a character with disjoints? You think of characters like Marth and Roy, and you're like, oh, okay, well, he's going to be spacing. He's going to be spacing at the edge of his shield, right? Or at the edge of his sword, trying to just poke at him, like win neutral a bunch of times. But obviously, that's not the mentality that you get when you just, side B at the very beginning of the match. Teal's Meta Knight is a little different. It's more about, well, he gets these juggles and stuff, but you'll see right here, right? Teal's invades the space. And I think that's something that you're going to see like as a theme that pops out throughout this entire game, where he goes in and look at this shield pressure. It's like incredibly unsafe, right? Like he's like right in there, and he up smashes. He up smashes like with the anticipation that Steez is going to do some strange out of shield option, which he does, right? He gets caught by it because there are 3 slashes in the up smash. So there's a lot of opportunity there because of the nature of it as a multi-hit move for you to scoop a lot of weird options, right? So he gets this, and he's able to get a punish, right? Not too big, but he gets it because he's not spacing. He's kind of like going in like super aggressively, like right here, right? So that's something that you're going to see a lot. That's kind of like how he decides to play the game, you see? And maybe you have to do that because of the nature of Ness, because of this matchup. I'm not too sure. But you'll see that Tealz is not uncomfortable going in. And you see this right here too, right? Think about it. Like, obviously, Marth and Roy have like really terrible up smashes, right? But this is like the equivalent of like throwing an F smash in neutral, sort of, right? Where it's like he went like this, and he's doing that so he can like get punished super hard, right? You see other Meta Knight players, they go for the low commitment, low risk, low reward stuff, but Tealz is a very high risk, high reward Meta Knight, and that's and right here too. You see this? It's sort of like he's taking a gamble every time he does this kind of stuff, where it's like, okay, if I'm like this alter ego spacing Meta Knight, what am I going to do here? I'm going to do like a shield stop, and I'm going to do like a fair or something, right? Or you're just going to like maybe do like a crouching down tilt or something, and you're just going to feel out this space. It's at the beginning of the match, it's like there's no reason to rush anything yet, right? That's my mentality if I'm this other Meta Knight. But Tealz being Tealz runs in. Look how far in he was running. What is he trying to do? He doesn't have time to do it. But I assume that he's going to try to scoop Steez off the ground with another up smash. He gets stuffed out by this retreating fair, right? And then he gets punished for it. Is it big? It's kind of big, And he's able to get this. I think that Meta Knight's up air is frame 3. I'm not too sure, but that's good that he has this so he can kind of get out of jail, right? End the punish game prematurely and kind of do his own thing, right? A lot of up smashes from this guy, and the reason you do it is because it's like high risk, high reward. So like, look, let's look at how Tealz interprets the situation, right? Right here, up, and then I think he's trying to go for he goes for another up air, right? And there, he goes for another up smash, right? He's like trying to. You know that like that old Flash game where like you like click on the ball and it bounces up and down or whatever, and like you have to keep it in the air by like just clicking on it. That's what I feel like Tealz is playing this game like right now, where he's like trying to maintain the advantageous position that juggling gets you, right? So give me 1 second. This here we go. Okay. So up air, up smash. He goes over here, up air, up smash, up back air, another up smash, right? He's like trying to keep Ness in the air, which is like a different dynamic than the sort of typical horizontal play that you see, right? When you think of someone who's spacing well, you don't think of juggles. You think of side to side, left to right, trying to outsmart their dash dance. And I think that's a dimensionality that Tealz sort of switches, right? He doesn't value that as much as he values extending his punish game, right? So when you see things like this, you're like, okay, well, he's just trying to extend the punish. And like, he overextends, right? Like, if you're right here and you're like, okay, I want to get that back air, misses barely, right? And sometimes you want to think about this situation, you're like, okay, well, I lost, so like, let's reset to neutral, right? But Tealz is like, oh, look at this. He's like jumping up here. Let me reach for him again, you know? Like, he wants to start that punish game really bad, and as such, he's taking a lot of risks. And you'll see this happen more and more throughout the game. That's nice. It was this is kind of like muscle memory, right? Obviously, shield dropping is a good option in this situation because Steez whiffed and he went below the platform. But this up air is like, it should have been an air, right? I don't know if that's a tech flub or if that's just like shield drop up air is just it feels so good to do that he like accidentally does it. But he misses that thing. Steez whiffs this. I think he was probably not anticipating the shield drop. So just a little bit of floundering right there, trying to feel each other out. A couple of missed tech to make that really kind of sort of awkward exchange. But let's look at that again. Right here, right? They're not in the spots that they want. And there we go again, right? Tealz is, and Steez is kind of wising up to it, right? If you notice, Tealz got that 0 to death at the very beginning of the game. And ever since then, Steez has taken 26%, right? And that's because Tealz is going for big punish, right? I would say he's trying to go for big punish, kind of like when a Falcon does a short hop down air on a grounded opponent. Like, they just want that stomp so that they can launch the opponent up and get a huge thing. But the thing is that those options are not safe in neutral, and you can see that Tealz has taken 94% because of his sort of like antsiness to get this sort of stuff. And you can see Steez, right? Tealz is going to do another one. Steez is aware now. He's not just going to fall on top of a Meta Knight, and he's like slowly getting accustomed to the length of Meta Knight's dash, right? So you're going to see spacing out of that range, that up smash range, and then he gets punished by PK Fire here. So it's a little like, Tealz is going too fast, in my opinion. And he needs to sort of play the spacing game more often. So right there, now that ooh, okay, down air, up air is going to do it. But yeah, so that's something to pay attention to, right? Right here. And you can see, again, Steez is taking advantage of this. Tealz is swinging. He's swinging. And, I mean, I guess, you know, he has invincibility, but it runs out barely just right here, right? It runs out barely just right there. And gets hit by that. Ooh, dash attack. I was expecting a grab, but, you know, it's okay. Ooh, wait. That was weird. Was that the frame one? Was that the one frame window? I think it was. Ooh, wow, that's really funny. Okay. Look how close that is, too. Okay. Ness has a one frame, it's like a glitch. I mean, not a glitch, it's a feature now. Everything is a feature now. That if he lands the very frame that the PK Thunder bolt comes out, he goes into the landing animation of the air version, but he shoots out the ground version. So you notice that the PK Fire is like going out straight. And that tech flub, unless Steez is a god and intended it, but that tech flub it's so close to netting him like a pretty decent punish, but Tealz jumps over it. Okay, that was just a little weirdness right there. Okay. Ooh, that jab is so good. See right here? Crosses up and he jabs. Right? But because the slash is hit behind him, he catches Steez's jump out of shield. Steez is going to try to do probably a double jump cancel back air or something, but he gets stuffed out. That's fine. right here. Again, Steez with just dash dance baiting, right? Or oh no, my bad. I'm a little too far back. Right here, right? Teal's gonna go in. He's gonna do this nair, right? But Steez wasn't in any sort of end lag, right? This is a little different than the situations we've seen before because Tealz was trying to look for a big punish. Right here, he's just sort of saying, oh dude, this nest is free. I'm just gonna jump in and just shoot my fastest move out as fast as possible and hit him. But then Steez, was able to dash out in time, gets this grab. Okay, not a big punish, but okay, again, right? Tealz doing that up smash where it's like, you don't see a lot of, like right here, you're thinking, okay, Steez is in the air, and he shot a PK Thunder, or no, it's PK Fire. Shot a PK, which is weird. Just on a side note, why is the PK Fire a Thunderbolt? That's always weirded me out as a kid. But anyways, okay, so Tealz goes for this up smash, a little too late, crosses him up on accident. He obviously wanted to hit him while he was in the air, and there's a lot of end lag there, so he's able to get hit. I think that might have been jump squat. I'm not too sure. But, like a smash attack isn't a safe thing to be throwing out of neutral. You should be doing it when you're confident. Right here again, this was good. He takes advantage of the scramble. Just a lot of up smashes, actually. It's really interesting. I never really noticed that before. But okay, we're going to see this one here. And right here. This is my favorite thing. This is my favorite situation in the whole game. Not to be a part of because it's really awkward, but to watch and see what the players try to do. Sometimes you'll see two players stand forward facing each other in shield for a long time, and they both realize, like, wait a second, I can just grab them. So they both go for a grab, or like neither of them goes for a grab, or like one spot dodges anticipating the other one grabs, or whatever, right? So how do these players react? Tealz, up smash out of shield. So fast, right? And then 1 frame or 2 frames later, Steez goes for the grab. So he gets hit by it, right? He gets hit by that up smash. And that kind of like is a good way to sort of understand the pace at which these players go, right? Steez goes for sort of like the honest thing. It's like, okay, we're facing each other. My best option out of shield is grab, right? And then Tealz is like, okay, I can grab right here, or, you know what I mean? Or I can up smash, right? Grab is going to be, I don't know if up smash out of shield is objectively better than grab. Because obviously Steez can continue to hold shield and then just wait it out and then grab afterwards, right? So if Tealz chose to grab, he would have been able to beat the shield, but he wants to get the big punish, right? And which the up smash gives him. Right here, he gets a little bit there. And you can kind of see that both of these players are playing very aggressively. They're going for their fastest options out of shield in order to beat them in like that sort of shield-to-shield situation. Neither of them spot dodged, neither of them rolled or whatever. They weren't trying to go for defensive options. Ooh, wait a second, let me take a look at that. Here we go. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, so whiffs a grab and then dies because of it. So that's pretty cool. Here we go. Tealz. Yeah, again. I mean, right here, I guess, right? I guess. He was walking instead of running, so he gets the standing up smash instead of the running up smash. But after this, right, what you can do is you can box him out. You can do a forward air or something. And it's interesting to see how much up smash Tealz goes for. Because he really wants to take advantage of the fact that metaknight is really good when he's juggling you. He has multiple jumps. He has a disjointed up air, right? So that's like really tasty to like think about. Here we go. And there again, you can see the sort of I'm tempted to call it impatience, right? Where Tealz sees this miss tech and immediately goes for the slash, right? Metaknight is a character that has so much potential. You see this, boom, you see this like earthquake come out, you're like, dang, I win. Because Metaknight's so good at dash dance, grabbing, tech chase situations, that kind of stuff, that you're like, okay, well, let's wait it out. If I'm this alter ego metaknight, I'm like gonna wait it out. I'm gonna see if he does the get up attack. I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna shield. I'm gonna wave dash out of shield. And I'm gonna see what happens first before I grab him again. Maybe get a back throw, then get like a good edge guard or something, right? If he rolls the wrong way. But what Tealz does is like, you know what, whatever, I don't care. He missed that, I'm gonna go for this right now. And because Steez is invincible at the right time and he rolls, Tealz misses it, and he gets grabbed for it. So, it's these kinds of things are high risk, high reward. And look how much the risk is. That was supposed to be another up air, right? Steve's messes up. He does up air input during his jump squat, so he gets the up smash. But still, that's like 30 something, 40-ish%, I think, And the sort of decision, and this edge guard should be pretty clean, hopefully. Oh, nice down air defensively by Steez. But you can see that the neutral game is a lot of. You can really tell, like when you're watching Tealz play, when he's playing the neutral game, he's thinking, how do I transition into the punish game? How do I do that? Like, what's the fastest way to do that? Instead of like spacing back airs and stuff, which he did right there, which is good. Like, high percentage, that's what you want to do. Your combos don't really exist anymore at high percent. So again, a lot of just like, and you can tell right now, right? Steez is wising up a little bit. He's shielding, and he doesn't freak out. He doesn't freak out. He waits for it to end, and then he can get a punish. A little slow, but still, right? Here we go. So there we go. That's a little bit more of the spacing that I would generally see from a Meta Knight player, right? See right here, he's like, okay, that nest is forward airing, so I'm gonna back off a little bit. I'm running up, but I don't know if he's gonna do like a dash attack or if he's gonna do a nair out of shield. So let me shield right now. Oh, he rolled, but I just want to like back off and just see, right? This is a lot of feeling out the space. Like those are the little kinds of sequences that like, and you can tell by the way that Tealz is playing right now. And maybe it's because he has Steez to his last stock, but he's playing a lot more sort of, like sort of waiting for something to happen. And as I say that, he does this again. See right there? Let's see. Does he initiate? Yeah. Okay, he's crouching right now. The frame that Steez techs in place. So that because he's not waiting to do this dimensional cape. He's doing this dimensional cape before he knows what the tech option is, and is anticipating. Okay, like if he techs in place, then I get it. If he misses the tech, then I get it. If he tech rolls in either direction, I can't get it because of the difference in the length. So he's committing. It's like a hard commit to a specific option. It works out, right? But that's sort of like is illuminating of like the playstyle. How much sometimes you see, if you look at a player like Sartron or something, right? He's a Meta Knight player from Florida. He does a lot of just spacing out, dash dance, down tilting, sort of like feeling out the space, a lot of short hop forward airs or something. His punish game isn't that big, but he uses Meta Knight's disjoints in order to sort of win the neutral game a million billion times more. And that's like, I would say, the polar opposite of what Tealz is going for, where he is just sort of waiting right there, another up smash, like, because he wants to enter that punish game. And I think that the sort of ability, right, to transition between neutral game and punish game is really important, right? You don't have to go for the easiest way or the biggest punish every time. You just sort of have to, sorry, I'm just gonna see how this ends, because if I remember correctly, it ends really, right here, he down throws instead, and then he gets his nair, but good DI, right? Good DI is gonna save it, and I think this is really funny, so watch soon. Barely makes it using the reverse, barely misses this, so Tealz is like dead like 4 times, but luck is on his side. Steez knows that he's gonna do the reverse, right? He knows he's gonna do the reverse, so look, back air. There it is, 1 frame off. Yeah, misses. So then that happens, right? Tealz does this again, catches the roll out, right? And look at him. Look at Tealz. Look at Tealz in the player cam. He's standing up. Steez hunches his shoulders. He's like, oh, dude, this is it. This is the end. Both players think that it's over. Tealz like gets out of his seat, and he like doesn't realize that the game isn't over yet. So he picks up his controller again. He accidentally taunts, and then he gets it for real this time. So I just want to look at that. Look at that. He's taunting. Just because the D-pad landed on the ground or something. But yeah, okay. So I think that it's interesting to see a Meta Knight like this, because I would consider it unconventional. You're playing Meta Knight as if he was like Captain Falcon or something, just like up smash. Well, Captain Falcon's up smash isn't the same as Meta Knight's up smash, but I feel like Tealz functionally uses his Meta Knight up smash like a Falcon down air, and then after that he goes into up air strings. So and he goes for hard reads, like with the cape and stuff. So that's like one way to play it, which is like interesting to think about. It's definitely different than the way that other players play it, And, sometimes that's to his detriment as well. There are definitely a lot of situations that I saw where I felt like, oh man, like, shouldn't he have just waited and see what happened? Like, there was no risk involved. Why are you throwing yourself unnecessarily in these situations? And that's something to keep in mind, right? Sometimes the read is the right thing to do. Sometimes the read is not really the right thing to do. And being able to transition between those two types of play is very important from my experiences. And I'm hoping to see Tealz, brush up on that half in the future. That was the longest pause I've ever taken in my life. Okay, that's all for this one, so I'll catch you later.